Hello and welcome to your sports update for March the 2nd, 2024. My name is Lewis. What we do is we just basically give you a brief outline of the day's sporting events, and hopefully it helps you as you go through your day. We understand you may not have the time to watch all the updates and watch all the highlights and maybe going through and clicking a whole bunch of stuff. Well, this kind of gives you a little bit of everything, and we kind of try to wrap it up in one. Again, my name's Lewis, and let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start, ironically enough, with the NFL. Why? Just a couple quick things that came up. Xavier Worthy, the wide receiver from the University of Texas, sets the record of the fastest 40 ever, running it at a 4.21. Now you might say, what's the big deal? Well, with as many speedsters as we've heard about previously, the fact that somebody went through there and ran that kind of a fast time, set a record, it's kind of neat. What was the old record was wide receiver John Ross, who had a 4.22 at the 2017 Combine. So a little bit of info there. Another kind of big piece of news when it comes to the NFL, Tyron Smith is not expected to go back to the Cowboys. It would have been his 14th season with the Cowboys. And apparently, just after discussions on Friday, it appears that it may not happen. But the one thing to keep in mind, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, said that, he's still optimistic and we'll see what we can do. So, don't completely close the door on it yet, but it is something that was mentioned. There are other releases and all, but just figured I'd mention those two since, of course, the Cowboys are America's team. That's what their moniker is, so we'd sit there and say it. All right, let's talk some college basketball. On the men's side, top 25 action. Number 18, South Carolina wins at home against number 24, Florida, 82-76. Number 7, Kansas falls again. This time they lose at number 15, Baylor, 82-74. In fact, Kansas at 7th has a same record as Baylor, but a worse conference record, as Baylor is now 10-6 in the Big 12, and Kansas is now 9-7. So don't be surprised at a shakeup coming here on Monday. Number 13, Illinois wins at Wisconsin 91-83. Number 16, Kentucky wins a wild game at home, 111-102 against Arkansas. Number 6, Arizona, with a big win at home against Oregon, 103-83 over the Ducks. In a Big East battle, number 12, Creighton wins at home against number 5, Marquette, 89-75. Creighton improves to 22-8. Marquette drops to 22-7. Both teams have 13 wins in the Big East Conference. Marquette has only 5 losses, Creighton 6, but now if Marquette loses again, Creighton gets that tiebreaker. So big win for Creighton there. Number 8, Iowa State wins at UCF 60-52. Number 9, North Carolina wins at home 79-70 against North Carolina State. Number 11, Auburn with a 78-63 win at home against Mississippi State. Number 25, South Florida wins at Charlotte 76-61. Number 10, Duke wins at home against Virginia 73-48. Washington State, the Cougars, number 19 in the nation, win at home against UCLA 77-65. The number 1 team in the land, Houston Cougars, 2-point winners over Oklahoma 87-85. Jamal Sheed with the winning shot with 0.4 seconds left to help them hold on what would have been a colossal upset. Oklahoma, although above 500 for the season at 19 and now 19-10, are under 500 in conference record, and so Houston losing that game would have been huge, but they did hold on to win. Number 2, Purdue wins at home against Michigan State 80-74. Purdue now 26-3, and this clinches them a share of their second straight Big Ten title. Number 4, Tennessee wins at home wins on the road against number 14, Alabama, 81-74. And number 23, Gonzaga, wins at number 17, St. Mary's, 70-57. So definitely expect some movement in top men's college basketball coming up on Monday when the new top 25 comes out. In women's college basketball, a big slate. You'll remember that yesterday there were no top 25 games for the women, so today apparently everybody had to play, it seemed like. Number 20, Oklahoma loses at Kansas 83 to 74. Number 4, Stanford holds on to win 76 to 56 against Oregon. Number 7, USC wins 70 to 55 against Arizona State. Number 11, Oregon State wins at home against Cal 79 to 58. Number 13, Colorado loses at home against Washington State 72 to 63. Number 15, Kansas State wins at Texas Tech 73 to 49. Number 18, Utah loses at home against University of Washington 62 to 47. West Virginia, number 24 in the nation, loses at home against TCU 57 to 49. Number 24, UNLV with a huge 59-point win against San Diego State 100 to 41. Number 3, Texas holds on for a big win against BYU 71 to 46. That game played in Texas. Number 61, UCLA wins on the road at Arizona 61-41 against the Wildcats. And my number 10, UConn Huskies win at Providence 65 to 42. The Huskies improved to 26-5 and 18-0 in Big East Conference play. That's your women's college basketball. Like I said, a full slate. On the ice, let's talk some games that are. There's actually. Okay, my browser took a bit to catch up. I was like, there's still a game going on, but nope, it is over. So, the Jets win at the Hurricanes 5-3. The Jets scored all 5 goals in the third period. The Panthers win 4-0 at Detroit. The Oilers win 2-1 at Seattle. The St. Louis Blues win at home 3-1 against the Wild. The Predators win at home against Nashville 5-1. The Sabres win at home against the Golden Knights 7-2. In a shootout, the Toronto Maple Leafs win at home against the Rangers 4-3. Tampa Bay wins at home in a shootout against Montreal 4-3. The Flyers win at home against the Senators 4-2. The Blue Jackets win on the road at Chicago 5-2. The Dallas Stars win in a shootout at home 3-2. The Flames, with 3 goals in the third period, win at home against the Penguins 4-3. And in New York, the Islanders with a big 5-1 victory over the Bruins. I got nothing else to say on that one. Just another big win there and a big loss for the Bruins. Again, trying to show my fandom, and sometimes it bites me in the backside. All right, so just since we did this for basketball yesterday, we'll do it for hockey today. The standings. In the Atlantic, the Florida Panthers have a 2-point lead over the Boston Bruins, and they have an 8-point lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Florida 41-16-4 has 86 points. Boston 35-13 and 14 overtime losses. They have 84 points. And the Toronto Maple Leafs 35-17-8 have 78 points. In the Metropolitan, the New York Rangers at 40-17-4 have 84 points and lead the Metropolitan. The Hurricanes are 36-19-6, 78 points, so 6 points behind there. And then 7 points behind them with 71 are the Philadelphia Flyers. In the Western Conference, starting with the Central Division, the Dallas Stars with a record of 37-17-9 have 83 points and lead the Central Division. 2 points behind them with 81 are the Winnipeg Jets, sitting with more wins, 38 wins, 1 less loss, 16, 4 less overtime losses, but they've also played 4 less games. So they have 81 points and in second place in the Central. And in third place, with the record of 37-20-5, are the Colorado Avalanche. And in the Pacific, the Vancouver Canucks, 38-17-7, have 83 points, leading the way. Behind them, with 74 points, are the Edmonton Oilers, with a 36-20-2 record. And then 1 point behind Edmonton are the Vegas Golden Knights, record of 33-21-7, with 73 points. Those are your hockey scores and standings. And then for the night on the hardwood, there were 5 games played. We'll go ahead and discuss those now. Starting first with the Nets hosting the Hawks in Brooklyn. 114 to 102, the Brooklyn Nets defeat the Hawks. So a nice big win for them. For the Nets, they were led in scoring by Mikal Bridges, who had 38 points. Let's see. Cam Johnson provided 23 points. Nick Claxton had 12 points and 13 rebounds. And every starter scored in double figures. So it's Dennis Schroeder had 14. We already told you about Bridges and Johnson. And Dorian Finney-Smith had 11. For Atlanta, they had 23 points from Sadiq Bey. They also got 20 points from DeJounte Murray, who provided 11 assists as well. Clint Capella scored 11 points, had 10 rebounds. And they, DeAndre Hunter had 15 points off of the bench, but it wasn't enough. Again, Brooklyn 114, Atlanta 102. In Miami, the Heat with a 126-120 win over the Utah Jazz. The Heat were led in scoring by who else? Jimmy Butler, 37 points, 7 assists. Jimmy went 10 of 11 from the free throw line, 12 of 19 from the field. Bam Adebayo provided 23 points and 7 rebounds. Bam went 10 of 15 from the floor. And then, that would be Caleb Martin. I almost said Curtis. Caleb scored 18 points off of the bench, also had 5 rebounds and 4 assists for the Heat. For the Utah Jazz, they got 31 points from Keontae George. You also got 25 points from Lauri Markkanen, and 18 points each from Colin Sexton and from John Collins, but it wasn't enough. The Heat with a 6-point win. In overtime, the Portland Trail Blazers win in Memphis 107 to 100. Nice win for Portland. The battle of teams that are just getting placement for the draft, as the Blazers just got their 17th win of the season and the Grizzlies just got their 41st loss. So Portland was led in scoring by Anthony Simons, who had 30 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. They also got 18 points off the bench from Jabari Walker. And he also provided 12 rebounds, so a nice big game for him. For Memphis, they got 21 points each from Vince Williams Jr. and from, forgive me for this one, Santi Aldama. Both of them had 21 points to lead the Memphis Grizzlies. Again, unfortunately, not enough. The Trailblazers with the 107-100 victory. The Rockets with a big win over Phoenix in Phoenix, 118 to 109. The Suns dropped to 20-12 at home. The Rockets only their 6th win away from Houston. They were led in scoring by Jalen Green, who provided 34 points and 9 rebounds. Fred VanVleet had 24 points and 11 assists. And Big Al scored 21 points and had 10 rebounds. For the Phoenix Suns, they were led in scoring by Kevin Durant, who had 30 points and 9 rebounds. He shot 12 of 19 from the field for those 30 points. Devin Booker chipped in 24 points. And Royce O'Neal, wow, name I hadn't said much so far, but he had 20 points and 10 rebounds off of the bench for Phoenix. Not enough. Houston with the 9-point win. And then the last game to cover for the night, the Los Angeles Lakers lose again at home, 124 to 114 to the Denver Nuggets. For the Lakers, it's only their 10th loss at home. For the Nuggets, it's only their 18th win away from Denver. So kind of a surprise there. For Denver, they were led in scoring by Nikola Jokic. He had 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Michael Porter Jr., 25 points. He also had 10 rebounds. And Jamal Murray, 24 points, 11 assists. They also got 18 from Aaron Gordon. The Lakers starters all scored in double figures, led by LeBron James' 26 points to go with his 9 assists. Rui Hachimura, 23 points. And they got 19 points from Austin Reeves. They got 17 points, 11 rebounds from Anthony Davis. And also got 17 points from D'Angelo Russell. Unfortunately, not enough for the Lakers as they lose by 10, 124 to 114 to the Denver Nuggets. Ladies and gentlemen, I almost forgot to tell you. In that game, LeBron made a new mark. And what he did, he became the first player to eclipse 40,000 points. Remember, he is he is the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, and he's the first player. Obviously, he's just increasing the number, pushing it up, and now it's at 40,000. So congrats to LeBron. Sorry that the team lost on such a day where you want to be able to celebrate such a big thing. But in this case, Denver said, you know what? You can score the points, but we're going to get the win. All right, now I've finished everything with your sports. Hopefully you enjoy this or at least get entertained by it. If you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, definitely feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, I thank you for taking the time to watch. Hope that you have a very blessed Sunday. And until tomorrow, have a great day.